Howdy y'all, welcome to Black's Lives. Ooh. I think it's time to play a little 7 Days to Die. Okay, so I was looking in... My plan is to look in garages and kitchens. I need some specific things, and I'm not finding them. These guys, I hate these guys. They're slow and stupid, but I feel like they take way more damage than they should. Okay. This place is not giving up a kitchen very easy. I've had to go through the whole thing, basically, to get to the kitchen. Oh, that's potato. I desperately need... I'm desperate need of a cooking pot. For whatever reason, I haven't found one yet. What? How? And of course, I am still a couple books shy of... Okay, that's a pretty good find right there. Not... Oh, I can repair it. Why couldn't I repair it the other day? Weird. What? Oh, that's an 8x scope. Oof, that's a big scope. Yeah, so I'm looking for okay. Okay, let me be honest. So I was looking in garages for workbench books. Is what I'm after. But I also am in desperate need of a cook pot, which I've not seen one yet. And so I thought full of stuff now. Dang it. I'm full of stuff and we're just getting to the interesting part here. So what I found on the outside of this building was that door is like super fancy locked up here. Which apparently I can't unlock from the inside. And then on the outside, there's a vent shaft covered over in the lawn. And so I didn't want to just drop down in here. But I did want to check it out because it seems a little more special than just... Look, two can play that game. Yeah, I was gonna say, shouldn't there be more? That's right, just crawl your way through this. Yeah, crawl your way through this. Oh, you're not even taking damage, right? Oh, there you go. Oh, I can squeeze through, okay. Yeah, see there. That's what I saw. I'm like, ooh, I gotta get down into that place. I gotta check that place right out. Okay, I don't need those. I could probably get rid of those. Assassin's outfit. Oh, that seems to be better than what I'm wearing. I need to take stuff off of this, so we'll just go ahead and eat that. Oh, we need those. What else can I throw away here? Oh, probably get rid of that. And we got a Shotgun Messiah book. I don't really use shotguns. I like bullets of the kind that I normally use. Cast. Um, oh man, I thought it was kind of funny. We went out and okay. Every once in a while, the insurance people come through and um they'll look around our property and then they'll give us a list of things we need to take care of for insurance purposes. And it's always just, I don't know. To me, it seems kind of randomy. like we have a pond in the backyard, but nobody uses the pond. And so one of the times they were like, "You need to get a life ring for the pond." I'm like, "Okay." And it needs to be tied at the pond at all times. I'm like, "Okay." I mean, there wasn't one here when we moved in, so we got a life ring for the pond. They told me I had to cut back the foliage around the house, and I thought, that's probably a good idea. It was pretty bad. It wasn't bad, okay. I say it's pretty bad. There were quite a few plants that were up against the edge of the house that I thought that we should probably chop down some limbs and stuff like that. I planned on doing it anyways. So I went around and with the chainsaw and chopped stuff up and got rid of it. And then okay. This is what I'm looking for right here. So then my base. I need to mark my base. Base, where are you? I don't know why I can never see you. It's giant. It's on top of a big round cylinder made out of wood. Okay, well, I'm gonna hope it's over this way, and I just can't see through this fence. So we get a new letter in the mail this week, and it's like, here's things that you need to take care of for insurance purposes, and I'm going over the list, right? And it's like, you need to remove the old trampoline. I'm like, oh, well, the kids sometimes use the old trampoline, but all right. You need to remove the old pool. I'm like, yes, that was definitely on my list to get rid of this year. The ice came through during winter and tore the lining, and so all the water came out in the middle of winter. And then the wind made the side cave in, and then it was like every time the wind would blow, it would rumble. There is that my base? Oh, it's just not showing up. Okay, that's why I can't find it. I'm gonna mark it though. Don't let me forget to mark it. So like, yes, I know. I gotta take down the pool sides. And then one of them was like, you need to remove the old appliance from your lawn. And I'm like, there's an appliance in my lawn? What are they talking about? There's nothing in the lawn. Like we don't have any. The trampoline was at the edge of the lawn. That's as much in the lawn as we've got. What? Oh, they were talking about I had taken out. I got a new air conditioner to replace my old air conditioner. Uh, and so I had my old air conditioner at the edge of the gravel. For when we were gonna take a load of junk out, and we just hadn't got to taking a load of junk out yet. And so I can only assume that's the appliance they were talking about. So what was it? Oh, and we have to trim back foliage from the residents. And I'm like, what foliage? I already took care of that. Like, what are they talking about? And I went out and I looked around. I can't find anywhere other than like the holly bush needs to be trimmed. And so the leaves on the holly bush are touching the side of the house. Because the holly bush is really close to the house. I'm like, what other foliage is there? I don't know what they're talking about. So I don't know. And then, because they don't list exactly what they want you to take care of, right? I could understand that better. They're like one lines. They're like, remove foliage from around the house, or trim back foliage from the residence. Remove appliance from yard, old appliance from yard. Remove old pool. Remove old. I'm like, okay. So, my sister must have talked to my brother about it, and so they decided they wanted the old trampoline, because my sister-in-law had seen a picture of someone's trampoline, or two trampolines, that had been like an eighth of them buried in the ground, and so then the rest of them were arches sticking above ground, that were then used for plants. And so she decided she wanted that, and so she was going to get our old trampoline, to do that. And then when they got here, they decided that our trampoline was too big for what she wanted to do. And so she decided she didn't want our trampoline after all, after they got here. And they took it apart. And I was like, okay, well, I could have drug it out someplace before we done that. And but anyways, they helped tear it all down, and we got that all taken out to the edge of the road. I'm not to the funny part yet. There's a funny part. And so they helped tear it all down, and then we drag it out to the road. Well, we don't drag it out the road. We drag it over to his truck, and then they truck it down to the end of the road, and or the end of our driveway. And I'm like, hey, you might as well take the air conditioner out there too. And they're like, the air conditioner, really? You think someone's gonna take the air conditioner? I'm like, yes, someone will take the air conditioner. And so double. That's a 1. I think you're all modified up. You're all modified up. Can I put a pocket on my hat? Yep. Okay. And I need to mark this location as home. Boom. Actually, I normally use this icon, I think. Now I'll be able to find home. Too bad I can't cook any food or water up here. So, so yeah, so what the funny part is that, I thought someone would take the trampoline as a trampoline. But that's not what happened. Somebody stopped and got the air conditioner and all the metal parts for the trampoline and left the canvas part. So I brought that back up to the house today because I'm like, that's gonna blow out in the road and kill somebody. That's not good. I've gotten so many farming and cooking magazines now. Oh, I thought maybe your kitchen would still be here. That's not the case. This place is just empty. Okay. Yeah, so 2 down and like two more things on the list to go. Yeah, they were like, we're gonna be taking pictures, and then we get the letter, and it's like, you got 60 days to get this stuff cleaned up, and then they called, like, did you get our letter? Do you know you have 60 days to get that cleaned up? Yeah, I know. Okay, calm down. It's not that big a deal. You're making way more out of what's in my lawn than needs to be. I'm personally shocked at the things that were on the list this time. Because last time I think the only things really on the list was they didn't like that there wasn't a gate at the pool that's now dead, and they didn't like some plants touching the house. And I can understand that because plants will ruin your house. And but man, I live in the middle of nowhere. Like, this is farm rural nowhere. You're telling me that all the equipment leaned up against people's houses that I've got 60 days? Come on. I grew up on a farm. I don't recall ever getting a letter like that from these people. A little crazy. Anyways, I just about finished my book series I've been reading. It's kind of just want to hack that open and go check its kitchen real quick. Yeah, I'm down to I'm on book 21 now. And it's 22 books in the series. And I'm a little surprised because we just finished the second Karakanid War, and then the epilogue, or not the epilogue, the postscript by the author. He's like, yeah, this series is gonna end with book 22, and here are the titles for book 21 and 22. And I'm like, what? You're ending at 22? I mean, 22 is a lot of books. I'll admit that. But you're ending it? You... the... Okay, well, that's not a good sound. Oh, dang it, dang it, dang it. Here, let me try the same thing. No, I just want to check for cooking pot. They really don't want me to check this kitchen. Also, what is that noise? This refrigerator's running. Oop. Spiked myself. Oh. Sometimes they're just laying out, and I keep hoping to just see one. Nope, I don't see one on top either. Cement mixer. Ooh, forge ahead. That's a good one. Prison cell in your basement? That seems weird. Nails is not what I'm looking for. Oh, you got secrets. Oh. You got snakes too somewhere. There he is. Oh. Guy was tricky to hit. But yeah, so at the beginning of each chapter in the series though are these excerpts from a book about the Empire. And so I was expecting I don't know if book 1 mentioned them, but they're pretty regularly mentioned as being the most dangerous of the human enemies. I don't remember exactly what their name was. It's like anti something or others. And so I was expecting the series to continue at least until that war. And so yeah, so I'm a little, and that's where I came down, right? Yeah. So I'm a little surprised that it's not going to continue into this other war. They're currently fighting a group called the Sluzanid something or others. And so, I'm assuming they're not going to beat them in this book, and it'll be in the next book when they defeat them. Yeah, it's been an alright series. It's called Empire. Well, Empire Ascendant is the section I'm on now. But it was Empire Rising. Actually, the series might be called Empire Rising. But the excerpts at the beginning of the book, the first set was Empire Rising, and then it switched to Empire Ascendant. And they're not as good as the other series I had been reading, but I'm enjoying it. It's better than the couple that I quit reading. I enjoy the ones where it's like it follows one character through their military career in, you know, space battle stuff. And usually it's like they have to come up with unique, intricate ways to use their technology to defeat the overwhelming odds kind of thing. And this series has not been that. But it's been okay. And I think it's funny that I was talking to somebody else about it. I was like, man, I wish they would come up with ways to use their technology better. Like I'm reading these books and they're like going through and I'm just like, why aren't they doing this with their technology, or why aren't they doing that with their technology? And like I'm not coming up with new technologies. I'm just saying, like, if you have mass drivers that are basically railguns and your all everybody's sensor technology depends on the use of engines to detect your weapons, then why aren't you firing your missiles out of your railguns before they turn on their engines, so you can get them up to, you know, attack range instead of getting them shot down before they get there all the time? And so I thought was funny was reached like I don't know, book 18 or 19, and they've got these super stealthy ships, and those guys use their rail guns to fire their missiles before they come online and can be detected. I'm like, okay, so you got like 6 ships that do this, but you didn't decide to do that with any other ships? Like, you can't tell me you can't. They couldn't line their torpedo tubes to turn them into railguns or something? Like, I don't know. And then some of it's weird. Like, they'll be like, the little excerpt will be like, most of the human technology that was gained from alien tech that had been captured was took, you know, months and months of research before it could be adapted to human use. And but this wasn't always the case. And sometimes captured technology would change the face of war overnight. I'm like, ooh, what did they learn from the alien ship they just captured? Nothing. They didn't use anything from the newly captured alien ship. I'm like, what? Why was that excerpt in there? They didn't change anything. Like, they talked about their antimatter reactors, which the humans don't have, and they talked about how small everything was and how powerful the jump drives were, and all this stuff from this newly captured alien ship. And because everything's miniaturized with these aliens as well, because they're like tiny worm people or tiny snake people, and so I'm like, all right, this is time to see some super powerful ships that the humans make come up and in this war. And no, not one human ship has mentioned anything about an antimatter reactor, or using the new weapons that they unlocked or anything. Like, why would you give me that excerpt? And so I think that's what's going to happen is they keep mentioning this alien race. Like they have Marines, and so they talk about the Marines, and oh, I might have just mined this place out for kitchens and garages. Also doesn't help that I don't pay attention to where I've been. And so they've got Marines that fight with them, and then there aren't very many sections involving the Marines, but more than once now they have talked about how the Marines are always right there with the ships, and how they sometimes felt like they took a back burner to things But all of that changed when the, I don't know, Antares War started, or whatever those aliens were called. And I'm like, ooh, well, this is like, super hand-to-hand combat. They talked in another section about how most of the wars are fought at missile length, and how the Anteri dudes were all see how fast we could get to energy weapon range because their energy weapons were so powerful, and then again, no, okay, and then again last night when I was reading, they had a little section on the Marines, and then the excerpt at the top of that was, um, as much as the Marines were important to the military, that became doubly so during the Antari War, and I'm just like, okay. Okay, and then the guy's like, yeah, my book is ending in 2 books, and next we're fighting the Slytherinids, or whatever they're called, the snake people. I'm like, okay, so the series is ending in 2 books. You keep mentioning these other people as the biggest block to the Empire becoming stabilized, and we're not even gonna get to them. Hopefully, they're like a different series. Like there's gonna be like a time skip, major time skip to a different group of people, maybe. I haven't looked. But, it's just a little weird to keep mentioning those guys, and then I'm not gonna get to know what happens. I mean, clearly the book is being written by a guy in the future, of their world, so, clearly they survived and still have their empire. But, yeah, I like a book where there's a lot more, technological advancement, I guess, or adaptation of things. And I really feel like they've barely. Oh shoot! I'm struggling here to get the spikes down. There we go. Here, let me use my first aid kit I picked up. But I think basically, when the book started, they used missiles to fight, and they had lasers, and uh, they've barely come up with. Oh, he made a mine out of it. I need it for cooking. I can't just make one, can I? I didn't look at that. Cooking pot. This says I need a forge. Yeah. And I do not have access to a forge. Silver nugget. You think I would hit this? Oh, okay. Well, that hurt. Listen, I thought maybe I could disarm it or something. Dang it. The spikes are great, but I keep hurting myself on them. Okay, don't need that. Scrap that, and I do need this. Can't leave duct tape behind. Here, stop your whining. I touched the spikes again. Oh, look at nice. I didn't throw that out, did I? No, okay. Oh, look at that. I'm up to Iron Spear. Okay. What's it going to take me to make an Iron Spear? Iron... It's like a lot of ingots, if I remember right. Iron... Spear. 16 ingots. Okay. I know it's like time to end, but I kind of want to run back and see if I have enough ingots. I don't think I've collected that many ingots, but you never know. I'm gonna guess I have like 7 ingots. Oh well. Well, I ain't got no water in there. Just have to suck it up, man. Oh, you know what? I do have water. I've got this murky water. Give me some dysentery. I did, but it was gross. Yeah, I was reading a book series, I can't remember the name of it. But the guy in that one was sent over to he was on a ship. They're at war, and he was sent to with a small crew to see if they could get supplies off of a damaged warship, and it had drifted into like asteroid belt, and so they or I guess it had hidden in the asteroid belt, and then took some more hits and died. Everyone on board died, and so they sent him and his small amount of crew in a shuttle over to see if they could get supplies. And so when they got on board, the ship that they'd come from got called into another fight and left them behind, and so they didn't know if they would get anyone to come back, and so they figured out how to restart the reactors on the ship and get it moving again. And so they fought a couple of different fights with that ship with no weapons. Basically, they were dragging asteroids around and using them as weapons. I've got 12 iron. I am pretty close. All right. Well, with that, but that guy was more innovative with how he used the technology he had available. Is what I was saying. So I really like that series. But I don't think the next book comes out until like 2026 sometime. So, all right, with that, be better in the small things, lean in the light, and I will talk to you later.